Alrighty guys, I'm out here messing with the Commercial 12. Don't remember what year this is. This might be 74 or something like that, but anyhow. I don't know if you guys remember, I was having trouble with the forward clutch. Now the bolt moves with the shaft, guys. So check out, there's like a quarter stroke of play in here. So I'm betting this keyway is bad. This keyway is worn. Please don't break. Please don't break. Boy, it's awful tight for a 1/4 inch bolt. It's turning though. I don't know why I come by and just decided to start looking at this. Are you guys even looking at what I'm looking at? There we go. See if I can't, I know it's loose on the shaft because obviously you guys can see how much more the washer spins over the bolt. So I'm thinking I have a Commercial 10A one over there I can put on this. Let me put you guys down for a second and get that off of there. Oh. Yep, it's definitely worn. Alright, I had to sit you guys down there. Doesn't really look that bad though. Keyway messed up? Looks like the keyway is half sheared, perhaps. Whoops. Cut string. Sorry, I'm professional. I'm debating about just getting an L1 and clamping on there. It's gonna start raining here, so I won't be able to work underneath this roof, but I think that's the problem more than anything. It's the connection there. You just see how much slop it has, so let me get another shift lever and stick on here and try it. If it happens to be right now, it happens to be right now. If it's later, it's later. I guess I could stick it back on and try and drive it in the shop. Then I could work on it. It's not like critical. Let me see if I can find one and then we'll go from there. Alright? Alright. Okay, got one out of the Commercial 10 pile. Look how small that keyway is compared to that other one. That's at least half the problem there. See if I got a keyway handy. Might as well replace everything while I got it apart, right? Focus, yep. Alright, I think you guys can see it. It's a little bit dark since it's starting to rain here. That keyway is way wider in there than that one. And, I mean, here's the keyway that come out of it. That's what it's supposed to look like. Sorry for the shakiness, guys. Alright, so I'm going to put this on here along with that key. I'm going to get my wrenches and thread this rod out and put it through this one. Then I'll try adjusting the clutches. Well, I'll adjust it without... I don't know if it has good battery power or not. I haven't tried that yet. So, let me do that and I'll get back with you guys. So guys, off camera there, I managed to break the bolt off in the forward and reverse shaft. And I was unable to get the bolt out of it. It actually broke off in there, jammed, would not spin out. I broke an easy off out in it. I couldn't get the easy out of it, so I ended up just, for now, welding the washer to it, and when I feel like it, or if I need to, I'll take the front of the transmission apart, take the advanced casting off, and switch that out of that Commercial 10A trans over there and put in it. But for now, it'll work good, and it's actually got, you know, the clutches start to engage right where you'd want them to. See, it actually only has about that amount of play. The tractor keeps rolling backwards. See right there, it's starting to engage forward, so you can just feather it. And then there, it's engaging reverse, and you can pull it down. So I'm happy with that. And I think, as you guys can hear, it's raining in the background. I said, I tried everything. There's a whole pile of nuts I tried to weld on there. I bet you I tried to weld every bit of 10 different nuts on there. Get it to spin out. It would not, so. Alright guys, it was going to be a good repair of the Commercial 12 until I botched it there at the end. I knew when that bolt come out stiff, I should have ran a tap down in it. But, oh well. Live and learn. Fix it right someday down the road, guys. Later. Alrighty guys, so it's been a couple days since the last clip, I think. And I've been monkeying with this. And I was on a roll yesterday. I spent all day yesterday and got the easy out drilled out of it. Then I ran a tap down in it, and guess what? Tap broke off in it. So, at that point, I kind of decided I wasn't going to do anymore. This morning I come out and I tried welding some nuts to the tap while I was getting pieces of the tap out. Wasn't taking the whole tap out because it jammed in there, obviously. So, what I'm going to do is, this is the old style shifter, okay? When they went from the Commercial series to the L's, they did away with the clamp bolt for a little bit. Just hold on here. And they put a keyway in. And the keyway, is good because it clocks the arm to the shaft. But they had a lot of trouble with the keyways wearing out. And let me get my light. This is the easiest one to show here. Like on the 566 here, they have a keyway and a clamp style shifter. So what I'm going to do, and I already did this, I actually ordered these 2 days ago off of eBay. I ordered new style shifters like that with the clamp on bolts. So the bolt in the end isn't really as important. All it does is just keep, if the cinch bolt comes loose, just keep it from walking off the end, which there's not a lot of room between the tires anyhow, so if it falls off, you're going to know it falls off because it's going to stop driving then. So I'll wait till that comes in and I'll put that on, and then that'll be done with this whole situation. I could take the transmission apart and change the cross shaft. I actually did. I don't know what I did with it, but I pulled one out of an L. I had it laying here in one of the parts transmissions. What did I do with it? Oh, here we go. This is actually the first one of these I ever pulled out. You have to knock the bushings out, and then there's just enough room that the end there will fit through the bushing. I think you guys can see it. It's almost exactly the same size, so it can be done, but it is a pain. So, I don't know. Like I said, if I ever get real froggy down the road, do that. The other thing I did here is I changed this tire over here to a tire that it better matches the other side. It's not a lot smaller, and I really don't know why. The smaller tire was actually, well, it's actually right here. It's a 4-ply tire, and the other one was a 2-ply tire. They're both Carlisle Turf Savers. I'm wondering if this one is not a lot older than the one back over there, and that's why the huge size difference. But put this tire on here. I took the tube out of the tire that was on here because it was good, and put in this tire and rim, and stuck it back on here. So just see how that works out. Hopefully it's a lot better. That was always something with this tractor. It always leaned to this side. So see what that does. And I'm going to clean the carb because it has to be running with the choke on. You could probably adjust it out of the carb, but I'm going to clean the carb. And the other thing I'm going to do while it's in the shop here, and I kind of forgot about this until I went to go weld on this yesterday and realized there was gas leaking all over the place. Is the gas tank leaks on this, and you can tell there's like like putty or epoxy or something. I mean, look at the goo running out of down there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this gas tank off. Probably won't be today, but I'm gonna pull the gas tank off, and then I'll scrape the paint off the bottom down there and just see what we got going on. If we got big holes or something I can patch with JB Weld or what. So this is actually a decent running and working tractor. So that's what I'm gonna do. And just throw this in here. I did change the battery cable on this. This needs carb clean too, and fuel filter added. So all stuff I'm gonna do here. So get you on the next segment, guys, or whenever the shifters show up. Or get the gas tank off. Hard to say. Alright guys, so I got the gas tank off here, and you just never know what you're going to find. There, you guys can see it. I can't tell if it's lead or if it's solder. There was actually a big glob of stuff right here. Show you, I actually peeled a chunk of it off.
Mr. Hunter, I'm only here because we both want the same thing, car's return. I'm going to give the guy his money. He's going to give me my daughter.
Peeled that chunk off.
I don't want to stop you. I just want to make sure when you make that exchange, everything's safe. That's all.
Also, the gas cap isn't venting. I don't know if you guys heard that from me shaking it around. So there's no big obvious holes that I can tell. Or the camera switching the micro mode or something. But I don't see anything obvious. It was all wet. Whole way under here. Basically everything I peeled off come off fairly easy. I mean, I used a razor blade on a little bit of it, but and I did have to hammer this, whatever it is, lead or solder bits off. I don't know. I'll definitely proceed with caution just in case it is lead. I mean, I have no idea when this was done. So I don't know. For all I know, it's the shutoff leaking. I mean, it's hard to say. There's a little bit of gas in it yet, so I'm going to set the gas tank down flat and maybe just let it run to this front a little bit and just see if it starts leaking somewhere while it's on the bench. So, okay, I'll bring you guys back if I figure something out. You guys can probably hear TV in the background. So guys, before I forget and don't take a video of this, it's leaking. Looks like it's right here, this rusty spot. Oops, sorry, there you go. Maybe actually you don't need the light. Better without the light. But yeah, it's leaking right there in that corner. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stand the tank back up. You can hear the water, the gas running down through the baffles in there. And what I'm going to do is I'll just let this air dry out for a little while. And I'll take and hit this with a wire wheel. And then I'll, maybe even just some sandpaper or something. And I'll put some JB Weld over this right here. Whoops. Oh. Camera. Focus. Okay, let me redo that part over again because I don't think it was focused. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this air dry out, and maybe I'll hit it with a wire wheel or something, and then I'll just put a thin thing of JB Weld over here. It almost looks like, I don't know if you guys can see it, but right there at my fingertip, see that hole? Whoops, let the tech shake. I don't know if it's going to switch into macro or not, but pretty sure to the right of the patch there is a hole. So, like I said, I'm just going to put a thin film over it, and hopefully that'll do it. I might put a little bit over a couple of these suspect areas down here, but from what I was seeing, that's the only real fresh spot, and then it runs down there, and down across there. So I'll fix that spot, and then I have to wait like 24 hours. I'll do it tonight, and then I can sit it back down and see if it leaks anymore. I don't have any need to move the tractor, so it's fine where it's at. I also, 432 looks like the rear main seal is leaking in it. So it's always something around here. Alrighty guys, so I think I started on this project like Tuesday, Wednesday? I'll have to go back in the footage and I'll tell you right here. But regardless, in the mail today I got the new style shifter, and I already put it on. I forgot to take a video, but I did take a picture of all three lined up over here. Plus I got the high-low shift lever yet. So if I ever have the same thing happen to a high-low lever, I can do that. So yeah, I'm going to try it on this machine and see what it does. I got the clutch linkage all adjusted up, I believe, anyhow. So the only thing I'm waiting on is I'm waiting for the JB Weld to set up on the gas tank. I actually put this on here last night, and it's still, like, I can stick my fingernail into it. Like, it just didn't harden the whole way, or I didn't have a good mix. I don't know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let it go over tonight again. So it's been about 24 hours now. We'll give it, 36 or something. Just see what happens, because I tried it on a cardboard too, because I thought maybe it was the the gas fumes, but I can do the same thing to it. So just let it go. I think, personally, I think what happened is I think I had more hardener in it than JB Weld, and it actually didn't harden up, perhaps. So I don't know. All I could really do is try it. As long as the gas doesn't like pour out of it, obviously. Well, oh, thanks for shutting off now, heater. As long as gas doesn't pour out of it, obviously, and it's not seeping or anything, we'll send it, and whatever happens, if it starts leaking again, I'll have to redo it. I'll just have to find some more JB Weld, because all I got is tubes like that. This might even be a quick set. I have to buy some more JB Weld. I think there's some in my truck. I'll have to look around. There was some in my truck door. Anyhow, so later, guys. So guys, decided to take the carb bowl off, and all I can say is, wow. I can't believe this thing ran. Look how nasty that is. Look at all the... And that's what didn't drain out of the bolt hole when I took it off. Wow. You can see the stuff on the tire there. Got the gas tank in here and everything seems to be good. So, I guess this doesn't have a fuel filter on it because it has a steel line. Well, I guess what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to clean the carb, and all I can do is slap it back together. It has a screen in the tank, so I don't know. Yeah, just clean the sludge out and move on. I mean, I'll take some air and blow up through the jets, see what it does. I'd imagine it was sucking up this pudding, and that's why, because it was running with the choke about half on. That's about the only way it would run decent. So, okay, let me clean this out and get back to you guys. Alright guys, I got the carb put back together. I blew it out. See what happens. I got the choke on, I turned the fuel on. for. Let me get a screwdriver and try adjusting this. There we go. A little bit of adjustment. Don't want to run it too long here, but I think we're pretty good. I didn't really try the forward and reverse, but it worked before. That's how I drove it in the shop. Might have to adjust it a little bit. The only thing, well, actually I'm done with this machine for right now. I gotta go find the hitch bolt for in the 566. I think you guys can see it's missing. The washers fell out right at the back door when I was done snowblowing with it, and see if I can't find the bolt. So, wish me luck. Here we go. But commercial 12's done. Not like I can show you guys brush hogging right now. There's 4 inches of snow outside. I think you guys can kind of make out the white stuff through the window. So, anyhow, I'm gonna get my magnet and go fish around.